everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel Super Cute Creations. I hope everyone's having a great night. I am going to be making some little journals out of Christmas cards, and then also showing you how you can send these little scrap packs in these Christmas cards. So they're great little happy mail for your friends. Hi, Erica. How are you? Hi, Sweet Drops 45. You guys, I was so blessed. I went out to Washington, D.C. this week, and I got to meet Erica. I'm so excited. We had a great time, and it was just really fun. So anyway, I'm just glad you're here. Glad everyone's here tonight. How many of you have a bunch of old Christmas cards? I'm going to show you my pile. This is just a few. Oops, there I go, throwing things on the floor. If you go to a thrift store, there are always bags of these, and I can usually get a bag of cards for like 99 cents. Or if you go to your Dollar Tree right now, there's always really cute cards. And what I wanted to show you today, I'm getting ready to add some things to my Etsy shop since it's getting close to Christmas, and I'm going to give a free gift, a free Christmas card journal away with each purchase. But I wanted to show you, so this is my little Christmas card journal, and the cool thing about these is the pages are perforated right here, so you can tear these out. So people who aren't junk journalers can use these as little notepads, and it's just cute. All I did is add a couple pieces of scrapbook paper in here, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, just the copy weight paper. And then here are those little scrap packs that we love to give all of our friends. And Happy Mail, and these mail very reasonably. So those are the two things we're going to do today. And I wanted to show you, the other thing I love about these little journals is you can make these and you can ship these off, and they mail for about $1. Actually, I'll tell you. Hang on, let me grab my scale. Let's see here. Let's see what these are going to mail. I think they mail for 2 stamps. I think, or maybe it might be 3. I don't know. All right. So they are 1.6 ounces. So they should mail as a large envelope. So for about $1.30. So you could mail this cute little Happy Mail to someone. And that would be a nice little gift. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys these cute, cute, cute little journals, and we're going to make some on camera today. So what's everybody up to? I hope the music in the background is not going to bother you. I am totally ready for Christmas, not shopping-wise, but just excited to listen to the music and those types of things. So here's my cards. These Believe cards I got at the Dollar Tree. And I think there's like 16 of them for $1. I bought them last year or the year before. These little guys are little cards that I got in a pack. These might have been Dollar Tree or Dollar General cards. I can't remember. These I know I bought 80% off. These season greetings one, I love them. These I bought at Lowe's after Christmas one year. But I want to get into the ones that I've gotten at thrift stores. So we're going to use those. And some of them are written in. So this one is not. So we're going to use this one. This one goes this way. So if you were to create a notepad You could do it. They would just have to turn it. But this is a great scrap pack one because you can put your scraps in that. So I'm going to put this in a different pile. This little angel would be good for a notepad. Oh, this one's adorable, isn't it? With the little bird. You can see this one was actually sent to me by one of my former customers. So if I wanted to use this, I would cover this up. I'm going to set that one to the side for right now. This one is really pretty. And this would make a great journal cover. Ooh, look at the inside of this one. Love that. All right. So I'm just kind of sorting right now. And I'm keeping my envelopes. Oh, look at this one. I love that with the little dog. And look at the envelope. Isn't that cute? This one's really cute too. It has an envelope that matches. I'm really partial to snowmen. I love them. All right. So these I must have gotten at a thrift store because I did not buy these. Look at all these little envelopes match. They're so cute. Oh, look at this one. Isn't he beautiful? Okay, so we've kind of sorted these. Just flip through real quick and make sure there's not any more that I just absolutely have to have. Okay. I'm going to pile these up and get them out of the way. These are ones from Arbor Day. You'll see a lot of these in the thrift stores. That one's cute. So this is definitely a pile that I got at Goodwill or something like that. What is this? Huh, this is kind of neat. This was a gift card, or this was a card, words of wisdom from the Bible that you can send. It's in this pile. So yeah, definitely look at your Goodwill, look at your thrift stores, especially after Christmas. People start emptying out their stuff. They want to get rid of it. And it's a great time for you to purchase cards really cheap. Look at the after Christmas sales. I refuse to buy Christmas cards at regular price. I just have a really hard time spending that kind of money on Christmas cards. How many of you, I mean, do you still send Christmas cards out? So many people do not even send them out anymore. Okay. So the next thing I do is I use these little junior composition books. I get these at Walmart, and I think they're either 87 cents or 88 cents. I cannot remember. And they're really close to the size you're going to need to put in with these cards. You do send cards, Erica? Yeah, I do too. I haven't been good about it the last couple of years. Well, probably the last year I've really struggled, but so many people, they don't send them anymore. It's a real bummer. Okay, so I open it up to the center, and it's hard to see, but there is a stitch in here. And what I do is I just kind of pull back the cover, and I just go down and I cut this. I get rid of this. I'm sure you guys could think of something to do with this, but I'm not keeping any more junk. For some reason, this paper is messed up, so I'm not going to use that one. Okay, and I forgot how many pages I used, so I need to count them real quick. There's 80 pages in there, so I'm assuming I counted out 10, but let's see. I sure did. So you can get 4 journals out of these, out of one pack. So even if you get them for $1, you know, it's a quarter. Hi, Robin. Hey, just a minute, you guys, to count these out. I'm sorry. I know this is kind of boring. I can't talk and count. All right. So basically what I did is created 4 little books. And then what I do is use my bone folder and I burnish these down. These are really fun for stocking stuffers too. A lot of times I'll make these for my coworkers at work. We do a really cute Secret Santa. And it's just fun to just throw something in their mailbox or on their desk. And they don't cost a lot, but it's just nice to get something. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish the other ones that I had. So Erica, I'm going to let you kind of keep me on track, hon. It's hard for me to look. And I will be doing some giveaways throughout the night. Now these go really fast once you tear these apart. So what I typically do is I'll go ahead and tear these apart. Now you can get these at the dollar store too. These little composition books, and the composition books you want are 7 by 5. But if you have a Walmart, I really recommend the ones at Walmart. I've had better luck with them than I have the other ones. So I have 2, 4, 6. That one looks awful thick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Just going to double check this one. Nope. That's 10. All right, so there's 12. So we're going to make 12 real quick tonight. I'm going to take this, set this to the side. I'm going to grab 12 cards. These are a little bit smaller, so I'm going to save these for the scrap projects, just because I don't want to cut the paper down. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a great night. Oh, you can see these last 2 cards are kind of small. Yeah, we're going to use those for something else because I don't want to get into trouble. We're going to grab 2 more of these. All right. This one's kind of small too. Okay. You are going to need some wax linen or whatever you like to use. You are going to need a piercing tool. put my knife away. And then you are going to need some scrapbook paper. And this is really old. This is Recollections. You guys, it's at least 6 years old, if not longer. I don't know. It's old. So my goal is to use it up. And what I do, you can see I've already been in here using some of this paper for other projects. So I'll go ahead and pull it out. If you have, so this is a piece from, these two pieces are from Calico Collage, from one of her kits. I cannot remember which kit it is, but I'm going to use those. We're going to use up our stash. All right. So then I'm just going to tear out some pages. Here's a piece I used for something else, but I can use that. Absolutely. You could decorate these up as much as you want. I've actually made little mini junk journals and sent those. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm just showing a real quick and easy way to use up your stash. But you ladies can do whatever you want with these. Now, you do need 2 sheets for each journal. So I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. Okay. All right. So these cards are 5 by 7. So I need my paper. To be 10 inches wide. And I'm going to cut a couple at a time. I think I can cut 4 at a time. Let's try it. So what I'm going to do is cut 2 inches off of a 2-inch strip off of my papers. So this is now 10 inches wide. So when I fold it in half, it's going to fit inside of here. And now I need it 7 inches tall. And I'm going to do just a smidge under 7 inches. And these little pages should fit right in here. Now, they will fit just like that. Now, you can see these cards were not folded well from the company. I didn't fold these. If you take these out, you can see they were not folded well. So some of your cards, you may need to get your bone folder out and fold them properly, which can be a bit challenging because they've already been folded once. Just kind of work it out. It's a little bit better. So you can do that. Now on the other ones, I left it the length of the paper, and we'll do that as well. so we can kind of mix it up. We may need to come back in and trim these a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like how those stick out a little bit, so I am going to go back in and trim these just a smidge. And I'm just taking about 1/4 inch off. And those fit nice in there. Okay. Okay, maybe add some, okay. If you would sell them, how much would you charge? My son is taking me to my first craft show in years. I might make some of those, just not good with pricing. Okay, to price these, that's always, that's a loaded question. Well, you have to look at what do you have in them first. And let's just say you go to the dollar store and you get a package of cards for $1, okay? And let's say there's 10 in there, hypothetically. You've got 10 cents a card. And then if you go and you purchase these little notebooks at Walmart, you can get 4 journals out of 1 notebook, so that now you've got 1/4 in them. So you're at 35 cents a piece. You've got to package them up somehow. So now you're looking at, let's say, another 10 cents for a bag. So you're at 45 cents. And then you have to figure your time. I would say, depending on your area, you should be able to get $2.50 to $3 a piece on these. If you're in an area where things go very well for a higher price, I would not be afraid to put $4 on them. There is, you know, some work into these. And so you don't want to underprice yourself, but you know, it just depends. I'm not real good with craft shows because at the end of the day, I don't want to bring all that stuff home. So I don't know if that helps. Someone else who's in here that is better at craft shows might be able to give you a little better idea. But these are easy. I mean, we're going to make like 12 of these up in a short amount of time. So I'm just folding these. I mean, and I could get my folding board out, but that's just more junk for me to get out right now. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So all I'm doing is coming in, cutting these a little shy of 7 inches. Oh, you're welcome. All right, and then I'm just folding them, taking my card. I'm coming back about 1/4 of an inch, giving myself a fold so that I have something to line up with. Now, if you want to be more, oh, and there's the page that I cut, that I should have cut the other side. Oh, well. If you want to be more precise, get your scoreboard out. Have any of you made these little notebooks before? believe it was Lyric Lover 810. I believe she did something similar to these. If you guys follow her on YouTube, it's where I kind of got the idea. And then the idea for the scrapbooks to send little Christmas gifts to my scrap or my junk journal friends, that came from Nick the Booksmith. She creates these cute little scrap booklets, and she does hers out of manila folders. She always has tons of manila folders, and so I've done the ones with manila folders, but I thought, oh my gosh, these would be so cute to send in a card to someone. And what a cute little Christmas gift for Happy Mail. I don't know what the deal is. I cannot talk tonight for some reason. You guys will have to bear with me. Yeah, you did get one, didn't you, Eric? I forgot about that. Okay, so I'm going to set this to this. Oh, no, I'm not going to. I have to trim my papers. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is when you put these in, they're a smidge too big. You can see here. So what I do is I take these and I line up just a smidge past 5. I'm sorry, a smidge less than 5 and a smidge less than 7. So that these will fit perfectly in my cards. Okay, so we're going to cut some of it. We're going to just trim these up, and then I'll get my trimmer off my desk. And I cut the top part because it has that, you know, it's always thicker at the top. So that's what I cut, but you could cut the bottom off if you wanted to. And I do recommend, if you have this type of cutter, paper cutter, and I can't think of the name of it. Help me out, you guys. This type, it does make it easier to cut through thick paper. If you don't, sometimes I use my small paper cutter that I use for everything. And then what I do is I just open them up and I just cut, you know, one side at a time. So is anybody done Christmas shopping for the year? I'm going to be doing a craft show this week or next Saturday. The school where I'm a principal at, we have a craft show every year. And I used to do craft shows a lot before I opened my Etsy stores, and I do paint parties, and I do all kinds of craft parties, and just so before I did all that, I did craft shows, and I haven't done one in a few years. Well, because it's for the kids, I am going to do some craft shows, and I have some really cute, did like some little gift basket type things, so some gift ideas for people. And then I made some Christmas Eve buckets and some Christmas Eve bags, and those are so cute. I don't know, they weren't really that popular when my daughter was little, but the big thing now are these Christmas Eve boxes and giving kids something. But these little bags and buckets that I made just have all kinds of little Christmas activities, little activity books and coloring things and games and just all kinds of things to keep them busy on Christmas Eve. So when they're so excited for Santa to come. So I'm hoping those will go well. Okay, and I do need to grab my scissors. I apologize. As I said, I was putting things together. I've also been putting little paint kits together, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but can you see my scissors are red? I turned both pairs of my scissors red by using curling ribbon today. I've never had that happen, so it's so weird. Okay, so the next thing you do is I just do an assembly line for these. So get these out of the way. So I put the cards that I'm going to be using, the paper. I don't have a video on those. On the Christmas Eve bags, I'd be happy to show you guys. I'd be happy to do a quick video this week. You want to see the buckets and the bags, Erica? Okay, I'll show you guys in a minute, okay? All right, so let me show you. I do this assembly line, and actually I had it backwards. So I put my cards the farthest. That's the last thing I'm going to take. And usually what I do, and you guys don't have to do this, but I usually take and I open these up like this. When I make stuff like this, I make them in bulk. So, oops, some of these are small. We might have to grab some different ones. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so what I do is I take this, I grab one of these, I slide it in side here. Actually, I'm going to put this on the inside. I can get it open here. Okay, so I put this on the inside. I'm going to grab one of those ones I did first where I just cut off the edge and I put it inside like this, and then I just close it. And I do try to match this first page with something that kind of goes with the card, and then I'll set that over there. So we'll do the same thing. We're going to open this up to the center. I'm going to put this inside. This card, I think, is red on the outside, red and green. Okay, so I'm going to look in here. This guy's kind of cute. He has some little green elves. And we're just going to keep filling these. This goes on the inside. Open it up. Now, this one is small. See, this is why you have to kind of watch your cards. So this card's not going to work. That's okay. I think this one's too small too. Now, it can. You just have to cut your little notebooks down a little more. So that one works. Then I'm going to go ahead and just keep, whoops, filling these. I switched that out because this has little presents on it. And I think that goes with the little Santa in his workshop. I try not to get too picky, but sometimes I do. And you can take your corner rounder if you want. You can round the edges. I don't worry about that. And we need to cut some more paper. Of course we do. Let's see, how many more do I have here? So I have 3 more, 3, 4 more. So I need to grab and this is a great way to stash bust something that you've had a while. I mean, like I said, this paper pad is so old that it's time for it to have a home. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to take all these extra pieces. These are great. These cutoffs right here are great for cocoa packets. If you guys do the little hot cocoa packets, I just went and got my little mini silver spoons today at the Dollar Tree. Those are my favorite to use. And I love to make little mini cocoa packets. Just check in the direction of my paper. So I need to cut it like this. Oops. All right. So I'm coming in, I'm cutting it just a smidge shorter than 7 inches. And I probably should not be cutting this many at one time, but I don't want to bore you guys. Okay. I'm just folding these in half real quick, and then we'll stuff the rest of these. I made pouches for the mug and cake and icy packets. Those are really fun. I did those last year too. If you guys haven't tried those, you should do that. That's really fun. If you guys check back on my videos, I've done a lot of DIY. From last Christmas, I did some DIY gift ideas. You like this paper? It's old. This Recollections paper, like I can tell you, it has to be at least 6 years old because, and the reason why I say that is I remember specifically buying it when our Joann's, it was before it was the Joann's that it is now. That's how I know it's old. But I love it's real retro, so it fits with, you know, the stuff that's happening now. Okay, so we're just going to keep stuffing these little babies. Oh, thank you, Erica. Do you guys want me to do some more DIY Christmas projects this year? I love to give gifts. It's like my favorite thing in the world to do. But I mean, as you all know, it can get really expensive. So I really try to make cute gifts that are very reasonable because I just like to have lots of items at Christmas time. So, I mean, I wrap everything that goes in stockings and just everything. If you guys haven't checked out my snowman, I did a snowman notebook in my little snowman ornaments out of book pages. You guys have to check those out. That was probably about a month ago. I showed you how to make those little notebooks. And those are fun and they're really cheap to make. All right. We're getting there, guys. Sorry for all the boring paper folding. I'll get these journals. We'll bind these journals real quick. I'll show you how I do them in an assembly line, and then I'll go grab those little Christmas Eve bags that I made. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, you could glue these down on the edges too and make little pockets. I didn't do that. I left that in case the person who received it wanted to do that. But you definitely could do that. You still need to make your snowman garland. I get it, Erica. I've used all the little snowmen I made already. I've embellished things. I use them on tags. I need to make some more. In fact, I have a whole pile of the bases sitting here so that one day in front of the TV, if I ever sit in front of the TV, for those of you who know me, I'm always doing something. People always ask me, when do I sleep? And I tell them not very often. The crazy thing is, though, I go all week. And then usually on Saturday, I have to take a nap. And I usually take a couple hour nap because I'm exhausted. And then I can go again for the rest of the week. Okay, so there we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 of them. So we're going to set those right there. I'm going to grab my twine or my waxed thread. Now you could use, if you have some baker's twine, you can use that. Okay, so what I do is I want a little more than 2 links, and then I just kind of just measure these babies and get a whole bunch of them ready. So, oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump the camera, you guys. Goodness. The wreaths were upside down. Okay, I'll check it. Thank you so much, Erica. They probably were. That's why I have you guys paying attention for me. They sure were. Thanks, Erica. Look at that. We just fixed them. And the other nice thing about these is they're just good for little notes. I mean, you could keep your shopping list. You could do, I mean, take a Christmas card that someone gave you that you really like and leave the sentiment in it that they wrote, and just create yourself a little notebook. All right. Now I'm going to tell you, I am not very specific about this. I don't measure this and I don't use a template. Okay. You guys can if you want, but I don't. What I do is I just get 2 regular paper clips. I line these up and I paper clip them. Make sure, double check my papers. Make sure they're going the right way. And I'm just paper clipping these in, okay? Yes, Robin, you will. I will post this. You'll be able to watch this. It will be on my channel. Hopefully, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. That's fine too. But that every little bit of engagement helps. So even a thumbs down is helpful. It gets me out there. It gets people to be able to see my videos. So if you would please go up to the top and give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. I hope I'm not boring you guys to death. I could sing Christmas carols for you, but I don't think you'd like that. Thank you, thank you. Good night, Robin. Yeah, definitely watch Robin because I'm going to show those Christmas Eve buckets and Christmas Eve bags, okay? Oh, Erica, you do not want me to sing. I am a woman of many talents, but singing is not it. Okay, so I have them all. Oops, I knocked one out. Have these all ready to go. And now we're just going to bind these. All right, so I just take and we're just going to do a simple binding. And it's real. I just kind of go towards the middle. And then I go about an inch from the bottom. And that's it. That's my scientific way. So I have to ask while we're on here, this whole controversy about the song Baby It's Cold Outside, which is one of my favorite Christmas songs. What do you all think about that controversy? Because I see we're back at it again, and Thanksgiving is not even here, and people are already talking about it. And I don't know. I'm really torn because it's one of my favorites. Hi, Selena. How are you? I'm so glad you made it. Selena, I am making journals out of Christmas cards. You guys, if you have not checked Selena out, I love Selena. Selena has an amazing shop called Amour Fabrics or Fabrics. I always say the French version. And you have to check her out. And then I just burnished this down and look, there it is. Selena, I am making some little journals that are going to go out with all of my little Christmas orders. So we're just here. Oh, don't blush. You guys, she's amazing. She gives so much. She's been a great mentor to me, and I just cannot thank her enough for everything that she's done for me and for all the other amazing women that are out here just trying to do this. So once again, just the middle, about an inch from the bottom, inch from the top. Oh, thank you, Selena. She's congratulating me on my award. I was blessed to be able to meet Erica while I was out there. For those of you who don't follow me on Facebook, I was out in Washington, D.C., and my school received a National Blue Ribbon Award for our academic excellence. And less than 1% of schools across the nation receive that award, so it's a high honor. And I have been very busy, which is why I have not been on my channel. because I've been getting ready to get that award. And some of you know this and some of you don't. My mom is very ill. She has a disease which is very rare called supranuclear palsy. And so I have been assisting and taking care of her. And in the midst of it all, I actually got the flu twice, which I believe is probably because of stress and all the other types of things that go along with caring for people. And so anyway, but that award is amazing, and I'm so excited to take it back to my kids tomorrow and the staff, and just to celebrate. I know, Erica, I do need to get more sleep, but I lay in bed, like I'm sure many of you do, and I cannot sleep. Um, and so my husband bought me some AirPods. Does anyone know why he might have bought me some AirPods? Well, let me tell you. It is because I toss and turn, and then I wake him and the dogs up. So then I stop tossing and turning and I turn on my phone and I start watching videos like Selena's videos and some other videos, and then I keep him up. So he bought me some AirPods so that I can stop keeping him up. They're wireless. Oh, thanks, Selena. I appreciate it. So once we're done with these, Selena, I'm going to show them how to make some scrap packs and with their old Christmas cards too, which is really fun. And the other thing for those of you who are just coming in, I'm getting ready to do a craft show. And so the girls have asked me if I will show them my Christmas Eve buckets and my Christmas Eve bags. Now, the Christmas Eve bags are not complete, but I will show you what I have so far. I have to go get some hot cocoa to make the hot cocoa packets. The other thing I have, which is new, and I have not gotten them in my shop yet, but some of you know this, I've been doing some paint parties as well and some craft parties. I have made some kids painting kits, and they come with the little, I'll show you those. They're so cute. So I'm just really tired of kids just being on their phones and electronics all the time. And I feel like we need to just do a better job, all of us, of making sure kids are doing something with their hands and being more creative. So I decided for this Christmas season to add some other hands-on activities. And so what they are is they're mini canvases, and I have all the paint colors. I drew out the designs for them, so all they have to do is paint them. And the little paintbrushes come in there, and they're just so cute. Yes, I'm taking those to the craft show too. And then I made some adult ornament kits. So if you guys have been watching my, I do have a Facebook now. Facebook, it's not a channel. Help me out, guys. Page, excuse me. Super Cute Creations. So I do have that now. And so you guys some of you have been watching me. But look, I mean, you guys, we have done, while I've been chit-chatting, we just bound 4 of them. We have 5 left to bind. They're so quick and easy, and they're a great way to use up scraps and things. You can do this in front of a Hallmark movie. This time of year is the best time of year to do some things in front of the TV, and these little activities can be done. You can make these for kids too. Throw some crayons with these little journals or some markers or something, and give them to kids. Throw some stickers in there. Oh, darn. There we go. All right. I'm going to show you, I have a couple of these little kits right here. I'll give you a little bit of break from watching me tie these signatures. I'll show you a couple of these. So Selena, these would be really cute. I'm going to use these in my, for free gifts, but just another way. I know sometimes Selena makes little journals to go in for her freebies as well. So I have to show you, look at how cute these are, you guys, packaged up. Aren't they cute? I love this one with the USA skis. I have no idea where that card came from. And then I have the snowmen. Yeah, our followers do want a little gift with purchase. The thing I like about that is it's something that I handmade. So, all right, I'm going to show you these little paint kits. Then I'm going to bind these other 4, and then I'll show you the Christmas Eve buckets. Okay, so these are the little kits, and they come wrapped up. So I added a couple of wet ones. Here's all the paints. They get 12 paints, and these are high quality acrylic paints. They're not cheap paints. I used high quality acrylic paints. And then in here, this is the boys kit. They get 2 master stroke brushes, which are very nice high quality brushes. They're not dollar store brushes. And then this is the boys kit. So they're both the same. And so they get to do a donut, a snowman, a fox, and a truck. So they get the 4 canvases, they get the 12 paints, and the 2 paint brushes. So that's that one. And then I threw a couple of wet wipes in because I had a bunch of these single ones. And I just thought a parent might be happy to have those. And then the little paint comes with it. So that's the little boys kit. And then the girls kit is similar. The colors I did a little more girly. And then the other difference is they get the llama. They got my little llama that I drew. So in the girls kit, they get the llama, the snowman, the donut, and the fox. And so that is this little kit, which I think is just adorable. And these are 5 by 7 canvases. They're real canvases. And they're great for any age. They can go from little kids all the way up to teenagers. And I think these are going to be fun. I hope people like them. I know. Isn't the llama adorable? Yeah, I drew the llama and I drew all these little guys by hand. And then I decided, so they're all drawn by hand. They didn't come on there. How much are these going to be? Well, they are going to be $15. And I think that's a pretty fair price. The brushes alone are master stroke brushes. So they're professional brushes. They're not cheap. Hi, Emma. So $15. They are not in my shop yet. So if you want one of these kits, just message me and let me know. I'm hoping to get them in this week, but they'll be $15. And if you want them shipped to you, they'll be $19 shipped to you. $19 shipped to you, and I'll ship them in a priority bubble mailer. Okay. Yeah, I will take orders now, and I'll take a list. If you guys want them, I'll take orders, and I'll do them $19 shipped to you. They'll be all wrapped up, ready to go, and they'll come in a priority mailer. So if you guys are interested, let me know, and I will take a list. So that's those, but these I'm really excited about. I have my ornament kits. So I also have these, and these are really fun. They come with the 2 brushes. They come with the paints. I've already drawn on all of, you get 4. There's only supposed to be 4 in here. I'm not sure why there was a 5th one. You get 4, let me try this again. 4 ornaments, excuse me. They're already drawn on. And then what I did is I actually scanned my ornaments that I hand painted myself. And I gave you a copy of them in here so that you have something to go by. But these are really fun, and these would be fun to make with your grandkids, or to make with, or yourself if you're just learning to paint. These are so easy, $20, and you get everything with them. Yeah, these are really cute too. And I'll tell you what, if you guys want one of these tonight, you want one of these kits tonight, I'll do the same price as these. I'll do $18 shipped to you. Yeah, if you want to be on the list, let me know. Just go ahead and say something, and I'll start a list right here of what you want. And then I can get with you guys later. What I'll do, though, is I'm going to ask that you guys, oh, no, I lost my pin. I'm going to ask that you guys I'm going to ask that you guys send it to me via PayPal so I don't have to send pay the fee. Sorry. Whew. Selena, you want 2 boy kits? Erica wants an ornament kit. All right. So you guys, did you guys see my pin go flying somewhere? Of course, while I was talking and not paying attention, I lost my little binding pit. That's all right. I'll get another one. All right. Here we go. Let's bind these other ones, and then I'll show you guys my Christmas Eve packs. Those are really cute too. So yeah, if you want one, let me know. And then what I'll do is, if you'll just message me, and I'll put my email in here in a minute. If you'll message me, I'll just do a PayPal. If you'll just do it in PayPal for me, that way I don't have to pay the Etsy fee. I can give them to you for $18 a piece. And they're great little Christmas gifts. If you purchase one of the ornament kits, and you go to my Facebook, you'll see that I have painted some live, and I've sped up the video on a time lapse, so you can watch me do it there while you're doing yours. Oh, hi Barbara, how are you? haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, that is my PayPal email, Selena. My actual email that I use all the time, though, I'm going to put in here. But my PayPal email is A Plus Quilting. Clearly, I ordered too much from you, Selena, if you know my PayPal email. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Thanks, Selena. I appreciate it. You are quick. You're quick, girl. I'll get those out for those two amazing grandsons you have. They're going to love them. All right. I promise, guys. I know you want to see the other ones, and then we're going to do some of these little scrapbooks, but I want to finish these up because if I don't, they'll sit here. Only 2 more to bind. And we just made, I mean, it's an hour. It's been an hour, and I've done a lot of talking, and I've showed you some other things, but we made 9 of these in an hour, you guys. I think that's pretty good considering we cut all the paper from start to finish. You definitely can make a bunch of these up in a short amount of time. Oh, I found my pin. Here it is. So what are some other things you guys are doing for, these handmade? I will start doing my handmade gifts. I'll show you some of my little, oh, come on, get in there. I'll show you some of my little gifts that I'm making for my craft fair. And my daughter is actually making, I have to show you what she made this weekend. She always says she's not crafty. Hey, Hal. You want to bring one of your Make-A-Wish Foundation things, and I'll show my ladies online. So my daughter's in a marketing class, and one of the things that they have to do is they have to create a product that they are going to market and sell. And all of the proceeds go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And so they pair up, and her and another young lady have created these chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats. And Hallie, how much are they? They're $2.50 each, or 2 for $4. And Hal, what does the CO stand for? Huh? What's your company called? Hotco Crisps. Okay, so her company is Hotco Crisps, and it's Hallie and Ava. So her and her friend. Co, because it's the Rice Krispies, and crisps. So they made these little things. I think they're so cute. And so they're going to be selling them, and all of their proceeds are going to go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So I'm very proud of her. She spent the last 2 days making 100 of these, and in hopes that she'll sell them, and all the proceeds will go to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah, I think they'll sell like wildfire too. And you can't see it very well, but they actually so they dipped them in chocolate. The packaging is hard to see. Let's see if I can move them this way. So they dipped them in chocolate, and then they used dark chocolate, and they piped dark chocolate across them, and they put these little ribbons on all of them, and they did a really cute job. So I'm hoping she'll sell them all. And that the money can go to Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think it's pretty cool that her teacher is teaching them marketing, but also for me about that giving back. piece, and what is Make-A-Wish, and they did a whole unit on what is Make-A-Wish and why do they do it and what does it help and all those things. So I just think that's cool. I like when teachers can, you all know I'm an educator, and for me, I'm constantly teaching my students. Even though I'm the principal, we're still, how do we give back to our community? How do we give back to others? And so I get very excited when I see other teachers taking that stance, because I feel like our young people today, they just they don't always know um, how to give back. And they don't have to always give back in a monetary way. Um, we have an only child, as most of you know, but we're very conscious about making sure she knows you have to give and you have to help others. And you are fortunate, but there are so many out there that are not. So anyway, very proud of her. Hopefully she sells them all. She's already had some pre-orders. She put them on Instagram and on, I think it's Snapchat, and some of the other social media sites that these teenagers are on. And so she'll be selling them tomorrow on her lunch hour. And then she has also asked, she's also put some orders out there for others, and hopefully they'll sell them all. So, okay. So that's it. So we got all 9 of these done. Ooh la la. Hello. How are you? Selena, are you packaging up all your live sale stuff while you're listening to my big mouth? Selena had a live sale last night for those of you who got a chance to watch her. Okay, I have to show you guys. Look at this. Look at all these. We did a ton of them. Just running a bath? Oh, okay. I thought maybe, just maybe you were. Okay. All right. I'm going to go run and grab those little Christmas Eve buckets, and then we'll do some of the scrap ones. Then the next thing we're going to do are these scrap pack cards. Okay. So here is what I'm going to be selling at the craft fair. And it's hard to see in here. Well, of course, let me grab one that has a clear cellophane. Way to go, Rachel. Wasn't thinking you guys weren't going to be able to see through it on camera. Okay. So these have socks. This one has 2 pairs of socks, but most of them have socks and then a little manicure kit. And then I have 2 little nail polishes, a lip balm, a little ornament. In the back are some nail files, which are hard to see, and they're in this little tin. And they are all wrapped up and have this little tag ready to go. So these I'm going to sell for $10. And they're just little pamper kits. Here is my Christmas Eve busy buckets. And these are just so cute. So each one has a little Christmas pad on the back. They have a tin. In the tin, there's 3 pencils. There's some stickers. There's a little thing of Play-Doh. There's a pencil sharpener. And then there's some other little goodies in there. These little buckets, these little Christmas Eve buckets are going to be, oh, hold on a minute. I got to remember. Oh, and they have a little tag too. I got to remember what I said these were going to be. Ah! So these little buckets are going to be $8. So these little Christmas Eve buckets are going to be $8. And then the Christmas Eve busy bags are going to be similar. It's just not going to have the bucket. And it's going to have this little tag that says, Santa's been busy making toys for good little boys and girls. He left you this Christmas Eve busy bag to help you with all the excitement that's in the air. Use your energy to create something beautiful, some beautiful holiday things while you drink the hot cocoa and have a sweet treat, Santa Claus. And so these will be, it'll have a lot of the same things, but it'll be in a bag. And then what I think I'm going to do is also make these little tags for the buckets and change bag to bucket. And so those are going to be in there. I also have some really cute kids buckets as well. And so those are kind of things that I'm getting ready for my craft show. And then the other things I've been getting ready is I've been hand painting some ornaments. So there'll be some hand painted ornaments that I'll be having in my show as well. And they're all wood. These I have to put the little hangers on. I did these last night. I think they're so cute with all the little shading. Oh, thanks, Selena. I love to craft, and one day I'll take my camera downstairs and show you guys my studio. It's really fun, and I used to host a lot of workshops in my home, and then I stopped. And I'm thinking I might go back to hosting more. Okay, so let's move on to this next piece, and that is going to be these little scrap packs. And we're still going to use a card just like we did before. So I'm going to grab these cards that were smaller. And then all you want to do, yes, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks, Selena. Please give me a thumbs up. So what do you guys think of those busy bags and busy buckets? You think the pricing's okay, or should I change the pricing? I don't really know. I'm thinking $8 on the busy buckets and $10 on the other ones. I was going to show you. And all the little metal buckets are different, which is cool too. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Okay. So these are the little girl buckets. And they have 3 little kid-sized face masks in them. They're hard to see on camera, but they're like cotton candy, cupcake, macaroons. They have 2 little lip glosses, some stickers, some pencils, all kinds of little things in there. And then this is the other one I was telling you. See, it has a full manicure kit in it. So most of them have the socks, the manicure kit, the chapstick, the 2 nail polishes, the little ornament, and the what do you call it? The emery boards. So cross your fingers that I will sell all those, because I do not want to bring them home. All right. So same thing we did last time. I'm just going to open up these cards, and we're going to get them ready for the little scrap packs. Now, this one was pretty good thickness wise. So I'm going to count the number of pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19. Okay, so there's 20 scraps in there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull out my scraps. I like to start with some of my smaller scraps. So I pull out my small scrap bag first. Okay. And we're going to use some of this Christmas paper that Erica loved so much. Since I have some scraps there, we might as well use those up. All right, we're just going to pull this stuff out. This is all stuff I have bagged up. It needs to go. It needs to go to a new home. Someone else needs to be creative with it. Wrapping papers, you can use just about anything in this. So here's a bunch of dyed papers. There's some French papers. Okay. So what I do is I just start getting these ready. So these are book pages. This is from a very old book. All right, so we're going to get our page here. And I am going to trim. Oh, thank you. Glad you like the ornaments. Sure can, Selena. I'll get you 2 busy buckets for the boys. So Selena, what I'll have to do though is I'm going to have to figure out shipping. So we'll put all those together and I'll get back with you. I know you already gave me money for the first ones, but I don't want to overcharge you for shipping. So what I'm doing is I'm just trimming them because I need them to fit in I'm not worried about the length right now because I'll rip the length of those. But I do want to make sure that I have the width the correct way. So we're just going to start making some pages. This is some very old vintage paper that I'm just going to keep. And the widths can be totally different. It doesn't matter. Just layering, layering, layering. So just get some piles of paper in there. This came in some Happy Mail. I forgot what she said. I think she said it was Italian paper. So I'm just keep piling it in a pile because I'm going to worry about separating it a little bit. So just keep piling it up. This is a neat book page. I will, Selena. I'll figure it out tonight, and then I'll get those out to you this week. So this is something somebody else sent me, but I haven't used it, and so someone else might want to use this cool paper. So I'm going to go ahead and just add this to my package. This mixed media paper is so cute. We're just adding them in, adding them in. Here's some more mixed media. Here's some of my mixed media paper. There we go. Okay. We're getting there, guys. Sorry for the boring part. I promise we'll start putting it together here in a minute. And this is I have no idea what kind of, this is like a rice paper. It's a Chinese rice paper. I got it in some Happy Mail. So we're going to share it. And sometimes I just tear it to give it some. Okay. So now we can start making our little paper piles. Get all these little scraps out of the way. Whoops. Sorry for the noise. All right. So I'm going to make 5 piles for right now. And we don't care that they're longer. It's all right. We're going to adjust those. We'll adjust the pieces. Just making these piles randomly. Doesn't really matter. Adding all these beautiful papers. Okay. Let's see how many pages we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's 20 pages. So what I do is I kind of pick a couple of the pages that I like the most, and I'll put those on the top. And it doesn't matter if they all line up to one side. You can put them every which way. I just make sure that at the very top, they're all line up at the top. Okay. So then what I do is I'm going to set that one to the side. We're going to do the same for this one. Okay, so here's 20 here. I'm going to add one more to this just because some of the pages were smaller. I'm going to do the same thing. So there's our second one. Everybody's quiet. Am I boring you all to death? Either that or I'm... Nope, just watching. Okay. You guys are so quiet. Just piling papers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The bottom doesn't matter if it's straight or not, but you really want your top pages to be straight because you want to make sure that when you bind it, you're binding all your papers in there. Okay. All right. Let's get this one. You guys are just watching, huh? Quietly watching. All right, as long as I'm not boring you guys. All right. We're getting there, you guys. I'm sorry. It takes me a little bit here to... The other thing you can do if you have a metal ruler, this is a good tearing tool as well, which I probably should have started with my metal ruler today. Okay, so let me count my papers here. All right. Okay, so the next thing I do, now you can do a couple of things. You can I usually use my ruler and I just tear the edges. Now you could use your paper cutter and you could cut them straight. I don't worry about it because this is for collaging and for scraps anyway. So I don't worry about the fact that the edges are a little bit rough. I mean, but you certainly could get your paper cutter, put it in here. Trim those edges if you didn't like that. Okay, so there's the first one. And these little scraps I keep for collaging, so don't throw those away. All right, we're getting there, guys. Okay. To get all this mess off of here. Somehow when I use up scraps, I still end up with more scraps. How does that happen? All right, so here is my little scrap bin. Then I use my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch. I usually will just take, and I do want to line up to this edge because I want to make sure that this folds. And then what I do is I just punch 2 holes in there. And I have this twine, I don't even know what it is. Twine, string, whatever. I've had it for a long time and it needs to be used up. So I just fish it through. Now you can use ribbon, you can use lace, you can use whatever you want. And then what I do is I tie a knot. And then a little bow. And then all the person has to do, if they want a little piece, they can use this for collaging and they can just pull down and it'll come right out. Or they can just tear little pieces off for collaging and look at, isn't that adorable? And you can put that right in a little envelope and send that for some happy mail. What do you guys think? And then on this one, I just put a little glassine bag and I just put some stuff in it and I just paper clipped it to the front. So we'll do the same thing on this one. We're just going to get all the top pieces lined up straight. I'm going to line it up with this edge and put one paper clip on it. Just like that. And this one I'm going to do a little bit farther apart because I didn't want to get into that stitching too much. Have my little piece of string here. And everything can be used because the front of this card could be used on a project too, which is what I love about this too. Because I don't know about you guys, but I often use the fronts of cards You guys, I'm going to use a piece of the wax thread on this one. I used the wrong size hole. And I can't get that thick string through it. So I'm just going to use some wax thread. There we go. So you can use yarn. You can use wax thread. You can use eyelash trim. You can use lace. I've used all kinds of things to string these tops. And if you don't want to tie a bow, like this one, because I'm using a scrap piece of wax linen, I'm just going to tie a knot. Maybe. There. And you could cut these shorter. And there's another one. I think they're really cute. I think they're fun. It's something that I would love to get because I don't know about you guys, but I love to get other people's scraps because I just like to see what other people have. And I almost anytime I've ever exchanged one of these, I've gotten something that I've never had before. So I always think that's fun too. We're just pulling the string through. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, darn it. There we go. I moved all of them so it unlined the holes up. Unlined. Oh my gosh. I don't know what is wrong with me tonight. I cannot talk. So sorry, you guys. It's the most wonderful time. All right. So what a great little item that you could send a quick little happy mail, and you could write a note in there instead of sending just a Christmas card to your junk journal friends. You could send one of these little scrapbooks and you could write a little note right under here for them. And those are just absolutely adorable. Okay, one more to bind. I know. It is the jet lag kicking in. I think you're right, Erica. I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with I've just been running. And then got home, at midnight, Sunday night or Friday night, I'm sorry. And then was busy all day yesterday. And then today I spent the whole day putting all those cute little busy buckets and things together. And I really have not even sat down since I got back to Michigan. Okay. She's doing better. She does have to go to physical therapy. So my daughter injured her back playing volleyball. She's an athlete. And so I was telling Erica she was not doing very well. She does have to go to physical therapy, of course, and all that fun stuff. But she said today she was feeling a little bit better. So I'm hopeful that she will be back on the court soon and ready to go. So anyway, guys, I hope you like these. I think these are fun. These are great to package up. I think I should probably send one of these to you guys as a giveaway. So that being said, let me write a number down in just a minute here, and I will mail one of these out to one of you tomorrow. If anybody else wanted to order any of the art kits that I showed you, or wanted to order any of the ornament kits, they are $18 shipped to you. And if before I put them in my shop, once I put them in my shop, they're going to be 20 plus shipping. So it's a great deal if you get one, grab one today. So let me know. I have Selena and Erica so far. If anybody wants me to show anything, and Selena, I did get your busy bucket too. I'll get those all wrapped up and ready to go. Okay. So let me write a number down. Oh, let me write it down so you all can see it. See, I guess I do have jet lag. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try this again. Off camera. All right, pick a number between 1 and 25, please, and type it to the right. I know, Sandy, it is unbelievable. I guess it's time for me to go to bed. Maybe I'm going to take Erica's suggestion. I was going to work on listing some things tonight, but I think I better not. Numbers, ladies, put your numbers in, please. There's only 3 of you so far. How we doing? We need a few more. It's a free giveaway, you guys, just for hanging out with me tonight. Free giveaway. All right, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds and then we're going to. Looks like that's it, Erica. Okay. So the number is 21. Who is closest to 21? 21. Is it Barbara? Barbara Oliver, congratulations. Barbara, please send me your email or send me your email. Ugh. Email me and send me your mailing address at Rachel Reed 2014 at gmail.com. As soon as we get offline, if you will please send me an email right away to that, I will get this out in the morning in the mail. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you hanging in there with me and fighting through my crazy talk. Excuse me. I hope everybody has a great week. If you are interested in one of the kits that I showed, if anybody needs me to look at them again, I can show them. But those kits will be available. The kits and the busy bucket kits and the ornament kits will be available just tonight for those prices. Send me an email if you're interested. I do have Erica and Selena on the list, so I'll get those invoices out. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Thanks for following. Bye, everyone. Please also give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week. Bye, everyone.